record this line, and we are recorded. So probably 3,000, 4,000 individuals, and literally, guys, he has such a belief in us. And guys, I really do appreciate this man flying out to Seattle, doing trainings with us, throwing opportunity calls with us. And now we're going to talk about real leadership. And guys, I really do want to shout each and every single one of the leaders that's on this line right now. The people that's been taking sacrifices. I flew out to Seattle. I was out there for a whole month. People that was consistently showing up, getting the game, getting the wisdom from me, because I have been doing this for about, 12 months now. And, I've been able to have a lot of success doing what it is that we do. So the people that pulled up, people that was really showing real leadership while I was out there, I really do appreciate you guys. And I know that you guys are going to the next level for sure. This call, guys, is going to be something that's very, very impactful. And I really do feel like people are really going to go to the next level after we get off of this call. I'm actually in Chicago right now. I'm with some chairmen. There's a chairman in this room right now. And he's literally been killing the game, guys. He's been killing the game. He's on his way to Chairman 25. And I'm really just picking out their mindsets, because being around the leaders is really important. Being around the leaders and getting their mindsets is really, really important. And that's why, the people that was around the leaders when we was out there, the people that was around JVL, the people that was around me was having supernatural results, because they got to pick my mindset, and I cut the learning curve for them to actually go to the next level. And that's exactly what I've been doing. That's exactly what I'm doing now. That's all I really want to be around. You got to be around the people that have the results that you want, and listen to the people that have the results you want, so that you can have the results that you want, right? So, with all that being said, guys, we got the Chicago retreat coming up, in October 16th through the 20th. We're really going to be having a lot of stuff happening in Chicago. I'm not even going to talk too much about it today, because we actually do have a call tomorrow breaking down everything about the Chicago retreat. So you guys want to make sure that you guys are on the call. I believe that's 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, right? 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, guys. It was dropped in the group chat earlier today. But if you guys are free, you guys definitely want to hop on that line. You guys definitely want to make sure that the line is packed out with guests. I mean, not guests, but people that's actually on the team. No guests, but people that's actually on the team, so that they can get that value. And real quick, guys, like I was saying, guys, it really is important to actually, the importance. This call is really going to be about the importance of leadership. The importance of leadership, because I feel like I know for a fact that when you become a leader and you're actually doing leadership, you're actually boarding people on your ship. And when you leave coast, you want to be able to steer those people in the right direction on the ship in order for them to get to their destination. And just real quick, drop a 777 in the chat box if your destination is six figures. Drop a 777 in the chat box if your destination is six figures. Who wants to make six figures, right? So there's a lot of people that want to make six figures, right? So I love it. So once you become a leader, it is very, very important to make sure that everybody is going on their way to going to their destination, right? When there's going to be debris in the way, right? There's going to be icebergs in the way, right? But you got to be able to already be aware of there's going to be hurricanes that's in the way. You got to be able to guide people in the right direction so that you guys can reach the destination, right? And you guys don't want to make, you guys don't want to crash the ship, right? So when you become a leader, there's certain levels of responsibility that's required in order for you to be an effective leader, right? And that's what we're really going to be covering today. So, I didn't want to really be on the call too long. I really wanted to pass this over, to somebody that I have a tremendous amount of respect for. This man actually does inspire me. It makes me feel like, fathers can actually do this stuff as well from the get-go. This guy is literally a father of two. He's been able to actually have a lot of success right now. He's actually a Chairman 50 within the organization, leading over 3,000 individuals on his way to Chairman 100. If you guys don't know what, Chairman 50 is, that means that he has been able to change over 3,000 people's lives. Raking in, like $50,000 a month. And it's not really about the money. It's about how much lives he's actually been able to impact through this opportunity. His wife, he's able to put his wife in a position to win. She's actually a Chairman 25 within the organization as well. So guys, this is somebody that you guys definitely want to take notes on. Somebody that you definitely want to study. You can find him on Instagram. You can find him on YouTube and study his videos, guys, because he's going to give you that perspective of a Chairman 50, right? A Chairman 100, really. So with that being said, without further ado, I want to actually introduce Mr. Riyahd Jones. Are you on the line, sir?
Yo, what's going down? Can you hear me okay? See me okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, I can, man. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you.
I'm excited to be on the line with you, my brother. How we feeling? If y'all feeling good, drop some 777s in the chat. Let me know you feeling good on this lovely Wednesday, man. Yep. Almost Friday, almost payday for those that's building the business. Paydays are beautiful, right? And that's what this call is about. How you can have more paydays, right? How you can have bigger paydays, and bigger paydays, they're going to come from you becoming a leader. They're going to come from you developing other leaders, and they're going to come from you capitalizing and maximizing on the momentum that your business is going to have. Because at the end of the day, momentum isn't here forever, right? But when it does come, how much leadership do we develop from the people that join the business, right? Am I developing as a leader? And that's the whole ball game. At the end of the day, this business, it comes down to a couple of things: belief and leadership, man. And what I love about y'all's leader, Dot, he's somebody that's always looking to learn, looking to grow, always reaching out for help, trying to get to the next level, always asking positive questions that can help him get there. So at the end of the day, man, you guys got somebody that you should definitely keep following till the wheels fall off, because he's listening to the right people, he's growing, he's learning every single day, and he's about to crack platinum 5,000. So let's drop some fire in the chat box for Dot. Tell him get it done. But here's the deal: it only truly happens though when everybody else on the line, when you guys begin to step up and hit y'all's goals. And that's what it really boils down to. See, it's not just about Dot. It's about you guys, right? It's about every person on this call, every leader that's on this call, every person that has goals that they want to get done. It's about you guys, because at the end of the day, you help enough people get what they want, you'll always get what you want. So as we move into this last quarter of the year, what you want to be looking at in your business is, who are the ones that deserve my time and attention, right? And if I don't have anybody in my business yet, how can I get better so I can deserve my mentor's time and attention? Because at the end of the day, you have to have somebody that you're listening to, and you got to have people that are listening to you, because that's called a leadership cycle, right? I got to have a voice that I listen to, and then I got to have a voice that I have to be the voice for other people. So I listen to David E. Monetier, and then I take what I learned from David and all my other mentors, and I pass it on down, because you only get to truly keep what you give. And the best teachers, or the best leaders, are some of the best givers. And one of the biggest things that they give away is all the knowledge that they have received. And that's very important for you to start building leadership in your business, because the same experiences that you had when you went platinum 150, guess what you want to now do? You want to give that experience to somebody else. See, this whole thing comes down to just giving, right? Giving experiences, giving your time, giving your energy, because that's what leaders do. See, leaders are servants, right? And people think that the higher you go in leadership, the higher you go in the compensation plan, the more that people are going to serve you. Well, truth be told, that's the more you have to serve people in your organization, right? Because as your rank goes up, your responsibility goes up as well. You don't just get to a new position without more responsibility. So when you go platinum 1,000, there's more responsibilities that come with platinum 1,000s. And leaders, what they're really good at is handling their responsibilities, handling their business, doing what it is that they know they're supposed to do. So at the end of the day, family, what you want to be focused on, again, these last 3-4 months of the year, is identifying who in my group, who in my business is worth my time and energy. Who am I going to begin to teach, show everything that I know? And if I don't have anything to give, then I need to be working with somebody so I can have something to give my future organization, because that's the whole ball game. That's the whole deal, right? When you have people that you're learning from, you're taking that information, those experiences, and you're giving it away to other people. As you give those experiences and give that information away to other people, you have other people in your organizations whose level of awareness is going to the next level. And we don't perform to the level of our ability, we only perform to the level of our awareness. So if I don't have the information, if I'm not around the people that got the information, if I'm not having the experiences, then I have a low level of awareness. So me as a leader, or a leader in training, I have to be the person that's getting the information, and I have to be the person that's having the experiences. Because as I do that, as I get to the events, as I meet the people, as I hear the success stories and all that, man, what happens is my level of awareness goes up about the business, and I really start to think like, yo, I can really do this because I'm seeing other people that are having success. So that makes, again, my mental programming get to the point where I have belief now because I saw somebody that's doing it. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what it's all about. So you as a leader, you as the person that's looking to develop leaders, because at the end of the day, family, this business is not about customers. The business is about leadership, right? It's not customer development, it's leadership development. So the person that cannot develop the most customers, but the person that can develop the most leaders is the person that's going to have the biggest business. And you build leaders over the course of time, right? Leadership is not something that's built overnight. It's something that's built night after night, day after day. But what having systems, events, success, what all that stuff does is, family, is buy you time to develop the leaders, because it takes time. But when I have somebody that's plugged into the system, that system gives me more time for that person to have success, right? And that time that I have, that time that person is going through their process, that's the time when they're learning, they're growing, and they're developing. But if there's no system that people can follow, there'll be a 2-3 week entrepreneur, or the first time the monthly subscription comes around, they're out the door because they weren't plugged into a system. So the system is important for developing leadership, but also the success is important as well. When you have people that are coming in and getting results, like I know you guys, this whole group is on HFX. So you guys should be plugging people in, and they should be making money the same exact day. You shouldn't even feel comfortable if you sign somebody up and you trade on HFX and the people that you plug in, they're not making money with HFX. Because if I'm going to get on Money in Minutes, the people I signed up, they're about to be on Money in Minutes too. I don't care who got a schedule out, or, if somebody didn't send it out, or whatever the case may be. If I'm trading HFX on a go live session, then the people that I just signed up, they're going to be on that session right there with me. Because if they make money, guess what? Their awareness goes up. They had a new experience, they made money, and they heard new information from Millie Mills, DL Woods, whoever it is that you choose to listen to, Maddie Pitts, right? So in turn, because their awareness goes up, their level of belief goes up. So you want to make that your focus. If I'm signing somebody up, they need to be making money the same exact day, because you guys know, like I know, it's very simple to get an HFX broker account set up. That takes like no time at all. Like I just signed this cat up out in Florida the other day. He signed up on like a Thursday, I believe, last Wednesday. Signed up last Wednesday at about, I think, 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And that on that 10 o'clock, a couple hours later, guess what we had? We had Money in Minutes. The dude made $24 his first night trading. Well, like his first 4 hours of being in the business, he made $24. So guess what he did the next day? He plugged into Money in Minutes again the next day. And guess what he did? He made another like $30 on Money in Minutes the next day. And then guess what he did? He plugged into Millie Mills, right? So he's somebody that's plugged in HFX, making money, been making money every single day that he's been in. And so now guess what I'm doing? Now I'm starting the launch process, because I know that he believes now. He has the information. He has experiences. He's made money. He sees that it's real. He sees the sessions. So he like, of course I will share this with my family. Of course I will share this with my friends, because I know that it is valuable, right? I have had success with it. So the more people that you have, the more people that you help have success, the more success can be created within your organization, because you're not the person that's going to build it. Right? It's not going to be Megan that builds the business. It's not going to be Mari that builds the business. It's not going to be Colleen that builds the business. It's not. Right? What it's going to be is going to be leadership that builds the business. But leadership is a byproduct of the success that's being created in your organization, because you cannot have leadership without results. You can't have success without results. So at the end of the day, the results are very freaking important. Right? So that's what you want to be focused on. You want to be focused on this last 3-4 months of the year, because at the end of the day, me personally, I'm already thinking in 2021. I'm already mapping out plans for 2021. But here's what I know. How I end something is going to determine how I start something. So if I end 2020 like lagging, tripping, slow motion, not traveling, not building, not doing what I need to do, then I'm going to start 2021 slow. But if I go into 2021 running, then 2021 already is lit January, February, March, because I'm not using January, February, March to like get up to beat. I'm already thinking ahead. So right now, what you want to be doing is, okay, who are going to be the people that I run with in these last 90 days to help create success by Christmas? Who are going to be those people that I help change their lives by Christmas? Who are those individuals? Am I going to change my own damn life by Christmas? Right? Am I going to get to an extra $1,000 or $2,000 or $600 a month, or dare I say $10,000 a month? Your Chairman 10 or Chairwoman 10. So that's the focus. But in that focus, right, what you also want to have in your mind is everybody that I'm working with, everybody that says they want to work with me, and everybody that I bring into this business, they need to be investing $25 to be at the convention. Without a doubt, no holds bar, not even a question. You got to be there, right? Everybody in your business has to be there. You're Platinum 600, you got 12 people in your group. Guess what? All 12 of them need to be on the webinar with you all 3 days. You're Platinum 1000, you got 30 customers in your group. Guess what? All 30 of them, they need to be with you. Now, if you're a Platinum 2000, then it's a little different. You got a lot more people to worry with. But you got 12 to 30 people in your organization. You need to be tapping in, Telegram, Instagramming, whatever gramming you got to do to make sure that they have a ticket. Because what's going to happen is you're going to take this month of September, right? This is how you build business. You're going to take this month of September and you're going to create excitement in your organization. You're going to work your face off. You're going to bring in new blood into the business. You're going to identify new leaders that you're going to really be spending time with. And while you're doing all of that, you're also going to be promoting for the convention, right? So you're going to be creating new excitement, all the new blood. Let's say 15 people joined your business this month of September, right? 15 people joined. Those 15 people, when they join, they don't know anything about trading. They don't know anything about network marketing 9 times out of 10. So they're going to come into the game as a baby. They're going to come into the game as a child. So what happens is, they join in September or they joined in August and the convention comes in October. Guess what they now see? They now see way more success outside of just you. They see way more than Mia. They see way more than, Yvette. They see so much more success outside of the person that just brought them into business. Because they only see you, they may not take it seriously enough because your success might not be that level that they need to see. They may need to see a single mom that's making $20,000 a month or $10,000 a month before they believe. But guess where they're going to see that at the convention. They may need to hear from somebody who's an educator in school that has retired and walked away from corporate America because now they're a full-time trader, or they were a janitor and now they're a full-time trader. Guess who that is? That's Orrin Wright. And so they see that stuff and that makes them want to go a little bit harder. So guess what happens? The month of October, it's not a question if they renew their auto ship. So you brought in new customers in September and you retained everything that you brought in October because everybody was at convention, plus all the new people that you just brought in October. Whatever rank that you wanted to get done, it'll be done without a doubt because you're retaining what's coming in, and then you brought new blood in that month, but you didn't lose anything because you had everybody plugged into convention. That's how you build from event to event. So you want to create excitement around your business over these next 30 or 40 days leading up to convention. Everybody that's joining, everybody that's in the business right now, you got to think. If we can get a couple hundred people to leave the States and travel to London to an event, if we can get 600-700 people to come to Dallas for an event, man, how many people can you get to buy a $24 ticket to get on the Zoom? That's how you got to look at it. Like, I ain't even got to get nobody to travel. I ain't got to get nobody to, get a hotel. We're talking about a virtual webinar. Somebody said, where's the event going to be? It's going to be right here on this computer, on your Wi-Fi. You dig what I'm saying? So we're talking about, we don't got to get anybody to travel anywhere, book a hotel, do any of that to hear from the millionaires inside of the company, the owner, Chris Terry, David, all the top leaders, Alex Morton, all the leaders. So what that does is, if you're somebody that's been in the business before for some time, then you understand what events do to your business. And just say you've been in the business for 2-3 months and you've been to an Airbnb event, you've been around the squad, you know what the energy is like when you get around other people that are thinking on the same frequency as you. So just imagine now you're on a webinar with 100,000 people from the same company that all has the same goals, and the company's rolling out all this new stuff. So your new individuals in your group, they're seeing all this new success. So now guess what happens to all the people that get on the webinar and they're plugged in for all 3 days? You're going to have them in your business for another 90 days. And guess what that gives you time to do? help that person have success, because they're going to be locked in for another 90 days because of the experience that they just had. So this next wave of momentum that's about to hit the org, you want to make sure that you're somebody that's really riding the wave, because you're building a business the right way. You dig what I'm saying? You want to make sure that you're somebody that's promoting, that's showing up right now, because you don't want to be the individual that's limping, trying to get people on this webinar. You want to just have people just, yo, I'm in. If you're a Platinum 600, everybody in your group, they got to get a ticket. It's $25. Like, I'll be buying tickets for people just to make sure that they're plugged in. And then the other thing you guys want to capitalize on, if you're in a market where it's 5 to 10 other people there with you, or 10 15 people there with you, obviously y'all want to get together and watch the convention together, right? You don't want to watch it by yourself. Like, don't get caught watching the convention by yourself if you got people that live in your market that you can hang around and watch it together. Because what's going to happen is all y'all going to hit this stuff at one time. All y'all are going to be motivated and inspired at one time. Y'all put your ideas together and y'all can begin to create more success 90 days coming out of the convention. See, I've been in network marketing for 4 years, right? 4 years. I started this industry in 2016 when I got cut by the Detroit Lions, with the NFL, right? So when I got cut, I jumped inside this industry, and the first thing that my first ever quote unquote upline taught me about was the importance of getting people to the events. And I took advantage of that. So, and also you guys have something in Chicago coming up that JVL and Di and a couple other leads are putting on. That's something else that you want to be running for. Like, so you got, and all that's in October. So you want to, for damn sure, I'm just saying now, for damn sure, you for damn sure want to go ahead and take advantage of this month you got in September, so that you can make sure that you got a ton of people plugged into the convention, and you got yourself plus somebody from your organization in Chicago at the retreat they putting together. That's going to be a big deal. All right. So you want to take advantage of this month of September here. You don't want to play with it, because what you do in September, October, November, December, all that's going to be a direct indicator of how your first 90 days of 2021 looks like. And this is how I think about my business. I think when I think about January, I knew that the success that we created in March, April, May, June, and all throughout the summer came from the thought process that I had in January. So now the success that we're going to see in the last 4 months of the year and top 2021 off is because of the thought process that I've had over the last 30 to 45 days since LA and all that, putting together new plans and whatnot. Because as a leader, another thing a leader does is always thinking about the future. You never get caught up in the present. And see, what followers do, right? They get caught up in the present, and they only think about, oh well, the back office, it says this, or, my rank, I just lost 3 people in my business. And guess what? That's going to happen every day. Like, every time you wake up and check the back office, you're going to lose people. Every time. Listen, just get it through your head. Almost every time, like, after you go through your first 90 days to 6 months in the business and all that, you get the first wave of momentum away. After that, man, every time you wake up and check the back office, it's going to be some people that drop out. And if it's not when you first wake up, it's going to be at some point throughout the day, you're going to lose a little bit of volume, because guess what? You're in business. That's what business is about. See, no company stays at the same value forever. Great as Amazon is, Amazon has lost value as well. Amazon has bad months as well. So it's just a part of the game. And you as a leader, you have to always be thinking about the future, so you never get caught up on what's happening right now. See, it's hard for me to get caught up on what is happening right now and all that, because I'm already thinking about the future. I'm already 3 to 6 months already planned out, mapped out, knowing what I want success to look like for me, right? Knowing what I want other people's success to look like. And that's what vision does for you. And vision is the indispensable quality of a leader. You cannot be a leader and lack vision. You'll become a manager, right? You can't be a leader and lack vision. So you always have to have vision for yourself, for your organization, right? And for your family. You got to know what you want at the end of the day. And most people go through life haphazardly, not knowing what it truly is that they want. You got to have something that you really desire out of life at the end of the day. A strong desire, something that you feel, something that you get connected to, the thoughts that don't leave you, the things that you really truly want. You got to get emotionally attached to that stuff, all right? And then when you have the desire, you need direction. Okay, how do I get there? How do I get there? What's my roadmap? What's my plan? Well, I know if I want to get to financial freedom, I need to start making between $10,000 to $25,000 a month so I can just become free. How do I get there? Who are the people that have that result? Who can I listen to that has it? And that's been one of the most contributing factors to my success in this business. But I believe just everybody's success, not even just me, it's just everybody. I feel like everybody has that voice that they can listen to that has what it is that they want, and they're going to trust the voice. A lot of people don't trust the voice. You got to trust the voice because they have what it is that you want, and you just haven't gotten there yet. And that's okay. Like, I haven't gotten to the levels that I want to get to, so I got to listen to people that have already got there and went further than that, right? And there are people that you're connected to that have done what it is that you want, and they've done far greater than that. What you got to do is listen to the voice and just trust the voice. Because as you do that, you can now begin to create success for yourself. Because at the end of the day, this is an adult game of follow the leader. That's all it is. It's an adult game of follow the leader. Who can keep following the leader no matter what? That's all I did. Like, I just kept following Chad. I just kept following David. And now I have the results that they had at one point. And if I keep following them, the results that they're going to have in the future, those are going to at some point be my results. That's just what it is. And so when you find that voice, and that voice can now give you direction on where it is that you want to go, they can help you come up with the game plan, right? You guys have great leadership, Dot, JVL, right? Not Shell, Geo. So at the end of the day, you want to listen to the people that have the result. You want to go Platinum 2000, you need to be listening to somebody who's done far greater than Platinum 2000, as well as somebody that's a Platinum 2000. You want to go Chairman 10, you need to be listening to somebody, in contact with somebody who's a Chairman 10, and somebody who's went further than Chairman 10. So now you can start borrowing their thought process, and that'll help you get there faster. So you need desire, you need direction, and more importantly than anything, you need discipline. Discipline is the ability to give yourself a command and stick to it. So if you say that what I want to do is develop leaders, I want to become a chairman, and I want to develop 7 to 10 people, Platinum 1000s and up, then you need to become disciplined to that purpose, that thing that you want to do, and you don't stop trying ever. Like, you never give up on that goal. So many people, they give up, bro. Like, sis, they just give up. And I'm like, man, why the hell are you stopping? This is the only chance that you're really, truly going to have to become a 6-figure earner, a millionaire. Just what it is. It's not going to be many opportunities that come past your doorstep that can bring you 25 grand a month, $100,000 a month. It's just what it is. It don't matter what business you do, the structure, the systems, and everything that comes with network marketing, it can change every single thing about your life. But you just got to get to that point where you really have a true desire to, number one, change. That's a good one. Like, you got to have a desire to change. And you can have a desire for all the cars and the homes and the bags and the lifestyle and all that stuff is great. But before all that can actually happen, you got to have a desire to, number one, change your current situation, the place you're in right now. Because when you get that burning desire to change your current situation, you're going to get so uncomfortable with where you are. You're going to get uncomfortable just being a Platinum 150 or being a customer or being a Platinum 1000. You're going to get so uncomfortable there because you're going to realize the longer that you stay there, the longer that somebody has to stay at the position that they're in. But when you begin to advance, somebody can now begin to take they can take your seat, because at the end of the day, this thing is about, again, the success cycle. Not only do I got to have a voice that I listen to and somebody listens to my voice, I got to also be duplicating somebody, and then somebody else is duplicating me. The cycle must continue. So I can't just go Platinum 600 and just remain Platinum 600, because if I just remain a Platinum 600, I'm going to derank to Platinum 150. And I got to do the whole process over again because I didn't help anybody else go Platinum 600. The same way with Platinum 1000, Platinum 2000. The key is to begin to replace yourself at every rank that you go to. So you go Platinum 150. You want to replace yourself at Platinum 150 and begin to help other people go Platinum 150. You want to go Platinum 600. Guess what? You go Platinum 600. You want to go Platinum 1000. You go P6, and you replace yourself at P6 twice. Now you're Platinum 1000. So you always figure out ways. How can I take the focus off of me and put the focus on somebody else in my organization? Because if I can put the focus on somebody else in my organization, then I don't get so stressed out when my goal doesn't get done. Because I recognize that my goal can't get done until somebody else's goal gets done. That's why it's always hard for me to stress about ranks, because I don't look at volume, I look at leadership. And as you begin to progress in your business, you'll start thinking the same way. You will stop looking at, okay, how much did my volume move, or how much did I lose today? It gets to a point where you'll start saying, okay, how many leaders do I have that are actually developing it, and are hitting the ranks, and they're doing events, they're doing the Airbnbs, and they're traveling, they're with their team, they're doing calls, they got a system. If I got people doing that, then it's just a matter of time before everything begins to break out. So with you, a lot of you guys, majority of you guys being early in your career, you may be a platinum 150, platinum 600, a couple P1000s, and we got one P2 on or two P2s on the line. Then majority of you guys may be customers. So what your thought process wants to be is, okay, let me follow the system. Let me follow the things that have been laid out already. Let me duplicate the success, duplicate the results. And as I begin to bring other people in my business, I can now help them duplicate that same result, which is ultimately going to help everybody have a pretty big business. That's the whole ball game. How many people can I serve? How many people can I help? How many people can I show the way that I have been shown, right? Because at the end of the day, the whole business comes down to belief and leadership. And as a leader, what you got to be able to do is step up to the plate. All leaders, they find a way to step up to the plate, serve people, help people. They also do more than what they're paid for, right? If you do more than what you're paid for, you're going to be paid more for work that you don't do. If you do more than what you're paid for, you're going to be paid more for work that you don't do. Right? See, there's a lot of work that happens in the org after 3 years of being in this business that I really don't do anymore. But I get paid a whole lot from everything that's happening in the organization. Whole lot. But it wasn't without the sacrifice. It wasn't without me putting the time in. It wasn't without traveling, all the stuff, man, that a lot of people say they really want to do, but when it's time to do it, they really don't want to do it because they worry about, well, how many people are going to be at the event? Who's showing up? Like, what? No, just do it. Just start doing it, because when you start building it, they'll start coming. See, until you start presenting, you'll never learn how to present. Until you start doing three-way calls, you will never learn how to do three-way calls. Until you start prospecting, you will never learn how to prospect. Until you start launching, you will never learn how to launch. This business is you got to do it type of game. Like, you literally have, it's like trading. It don't matter how much you watch Go Live. Doesn't matter how much you get on Chubb sessions. It don't matter. None of that stuff matters until you press call or put, buy or sell. It don't matter what you know. No matter how many books you read, none of that stuff matters until you get into action mode. The business is the same exact way. Until you get in action mode and you start doing it, that's when you're really going to get it. Right? So at the end of the day, you got to get so focused on what you want that you'll do everything that I'm talking about. A lot of people just don't do the stuff that they already know how to do, and that's why they're not successful. So just think about how successful you will be right now.
Shut up!
Woo. Hey, Doc, can you mute the lines up, bro?
I just did that.
I must say something wrong. She told me what I was talking about. Yo, so where was I at? Dang, lost my focus. Number one cause of failure, broken focus. I just lost it. Dang. I don't know. Anybody remember what I was saying? Anybody?
It's an action game. Don't worry about failing.
She said what you know is different than what you do.
All right, cool. I'll just pick up from there. Yeah, so at the end of the day, you just got to do it. It's an action game. Don't worry about failing. Just say what everybody just said, and maybe they'll come back. But don't worry about failing. Like, seriously. There we go. Because at the end of the day, family, if you only focus on the actual results and not the process, you will never really get the result. So if you just focus on staying in the act of just doing, you will learn. If you just focus on the process, you will get the prize. You will get better. if you focus on the process of you going through your leadership development, it's going to be easy for other people to go through theirs because they're going to have a navigation, system that can show them step by step on how to do it because you are the person that can show them. So, Doc, I'll open it for Q&A real quick, bro, because that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about, man. I primarily want to make you guys understand or get you guys to understand the importance of the convention. It's very important that you make that your dominating focus. Like everybody that joins my business, they have to get a ticket to the convention. The people that are in my business right now, they need a ticket for a convention. The people that say they want to work, I don't even trust you, bro. Sis, I don't trust you if you don't have a ticket for the convention. You're not going to be plugged in because that's how the way to guarantee or somebody's success is by constantly showing up to events. The number one way to ensure your failure is by missing events. I've seen so many people have crazy success, or they could have had crazy success, but they just stopped coming to the events. They just stopped showing up. They stopped doing those stuff that they knew they were supposed to do. And what happens is they lost it here. They lost heart, like the call we talked about on Monday. They lost it in their mind. They lost it in their willpower, and they lost it in their emotions because they stopped getting those experiences. And so it was a wrap. So Doc,
I got a question. I got a couple questions.
Cool.
Just to ask you real quick. So real quick, what is the top 5 qualities of a leader?
The top 5 qualities of a leader. So the first one is independence, right? I believe the first one would be somebody that's independent, somebody who doesn't necessarily need you for everything, need the leader for everything. They are somebody who consults the leader, they learn from the leader, they listen to the leader, but it gets to a point where they don't need the leader for everything, but they still take in. They don't get to a point where they're, arrogant, don't call, they got it all, but they still understand that, like, I don't need to be there and show me because I got it now. It's like how I was with Chad Thompson. I got to
you kind of got your thing muffled a little bit.
Can you hear me now? Is that
it's kind of still like I think you got something under your phone.
Laptop, right? What about now?
A little bit. Yeah.
Can y'all hear me or is Dot joint just tripping?
Oh, and now I can hear you. Go ahead.
All right, bet. So it's kind of like with me. It's kind of like with me with Chad. Like I learned from Chad. I was with Chad every day. I was calling bro every day. I was learning the system. I was learning how to present. I was learning how to go through the numbers, and then I got it right. And Chad didn't not have to necessarily hear from me every single day anymore. He didn't have to do a lot of stuff with me anymore because I had got to a point where I got it. And guess what that did for Chad? That allowed Chad to go work with other leaders and develop other leaders. You don't want to spend all your time working with the same group of people. You want to have like a what is it called? Like a factory, if you will. You know how factories is you have like a conveyor belt with people coming or with things coming through, toys getting built, blah, blah, blah. And once they got the conveyor belt, another group comes in. That's how leadership is as well. You want to have people coming in, they come in, you equip them, you train them, you give them that 90-day, 4-month period. They learn it. They go platinum 600, platinum 1000, P2, whatever. Then after that, they should be good to do this stuff on their own if you did it right. You feel what I'm saying? And when that process begins to happen, everything begins to build on its own organically over the course of time. Did I answer your question, bro? I think I answered it.
Yeah. So my next question, I think it was a question in the comments about like, what was your biggest struggle coming up in the business?
Like I said on the call on Monday, man, I never looked at anything as like a biggest struggle or a biggest problem. I just looked at it as a part of the process. Like this stuff, it had to happen. Like the things that you're going to go through is just a part of the game. So I didn't see it as my fear of talking to people. I didn't see it as a problem. I just recognized that I wasn't good in that area and I just had to get better. That's not a problem. Like, just think about that. If you suck at speaking right now, that's not a problem for you. It's only a problem if you make it a problem by thinking it's a problem. So I never saw it as a problem. I just started speaking. I just started speaking in front of crowds, sweating, nervous, but I just kept doing it. Then it got to a point where, I wasn't sweating as much, but I was still sweating. Right? Then it got to a point where I wasn't sweating anymore. Then it got to a point where I wasn't getting the jitterbugs anymore. Then it got to a point where it's just like, it's just natural now. But it took time, and I was willing to give it time. I was willing to give myself time to succeed. So I never really saw things as problems. Like, if you don't know how to speak right now, it's a part of the game. If you don't know how to prospect right now, that's not a problem. It's a part of the game. If you don't know how to host events right now, guess what? You look at somebody that's hosting events, and you duplicate the result. You don't know how to launch a business, you find somebody that's launching their business, you watch them launch their business, you get on their call and listen to them launch their business. Now you know how to launch your business, right? You don't know how to prospect. Guess what you do? You go on YouTube, you find videos of people that's talking about prospecting. You ask the mentors the right question. Yo, how should I prospect? What's the best way that I should go about prospecting? And then guess what you got to do? You got to listen to what they say and then go do it the first chance you get. That's the power. That's the art of being teachable and coachable. Not I listen to you and I write it down and I just close my notebook and I get back on Instagram. No, I listen to you, I write it down, and then I look for the first chance I get to apply it. Like, once you get the first chance you get to apply something, that's when you want to apply it. So you learn something new about prospecting, you want to apply that the first chance you get. You learn something new about mentality, faith, belief, whatever, you want to start applying that stuff the first chance you get. Because when you apply it first, number one, success loves speed, but you're going to get a quick result from it. If I wait 60 days, 90 days to do what he told me to do already, then I got to wait to get my result. But if I do it the first chance I get that result way faster. And then I can analyze if I want to continue to do it this way or not based on the result that I got. So at the end of the day, you just want to recognize that there are things that are a part of the process. Like, everybody has their own process, but don't see things as problems or challenges, because if you see it as a problem or a challenge, that means you don't know how you can change it, right? You don't know what to do to get over it. And if you see it as a problem or a challenge, then a lot of times it remains a problem or a challenge. So hope to answer your question, boss.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate you. I'm gonna give just two other questions from everybody else that's on the line. If you can, just unmute your line, ask them any type of questions. This man's been doing this for 3 years now, so you definitely want to, just try to pick his brain with these last two questions. Well, all right. I guess that's it, man. I really do appreciate you hopping on this call and actually giving out some value, man. Recorded the call, so everybody's gonna be able to see that if they missed the call. Oh wait, there was one question. What did you do to grasp others' attention? Did you personally reach out to others, or did they come to you? Which way is more effective? That's a good question.
Good question. So the way that's more effective is people reaching out to you. Let me ask you a question, and you don't got to answer it, but you can just answer it in your mind. If we were fishing and you were fishing with a fishing rod and I was fishing with a net, who would catch the most fish? Which process is more effective? The person with the net. So what that means is you want to create compelling content where people come talk to you about your business, because that's the most effective way, because you know that they want something from you, not you trying to get something from them. So that's the way that you do it. But guess what? There's a process leading up to that. So before you can become really good at that type of prospecting, you have to be the one prospecting people. You got to be the person out there on the boat in the middle of the ocean with the net trying to catch one fish, meaning you're the one making the contact. You're the one sending the DMs. You're the one sending out the good morning messages. You got to do all that stuff in the beginning, right? Unless you have a great brand and dope brand and you can just post it and people come flocking to you. That would be different. But if your brand and all that stuff isn't to that point yet, which is okay, because you, like, crazy as it may sound, you may not believe it, but my brand, I sucked at this, man. 4 years ago, 2016, I sucked. I wasn't good. Just how this is your first year, it was my first year 4 years ago. And guess this is the difference between y'all and me. I never, not one time in my first year network marketing, hopped on a Zoom or a phone call for that matter with somebody that was making $50,000 a month. So the fact that you guys even have that level of access within your first year, you just got to recognize it. Not on no cocky stuff, but just more so like, dang, I really got access. That most people that you came up with, your friends, they don't have anybody on the Zoom call with them showing them how to do something that's making this type of income. So, yeah, man, you got to start the process of you being the person talking to people. But the goal is to have people come talk to you, because when people come talk to you, you know they want something. They're not talking to you for no reason. Now you got to be able to close them to get them plugged into the business. But again, it's a process for all that. You just got to give yourself time to succeed. But great question, bro.
All right, man. Yeah, so I really do appreciate you, man. Drop some fire in the chat box for my man Riyahd, man. I appreciate you for hopping on this line right now, you know, giving us, you know, a good hour of your time, man. 1,000%. So, you know, with all that being said, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up. Thank you again, Riyahd. Love you, bro. Can't wait to, you know, link up with you when I get to Atlanta. You know, probably put something together. And I can't wait for you to come back out to Seattle.
I was just talking to JVL today, man, and he was saying I was actually supposed to be coming to Seattle in
October. Right.
But he asked me to come this month, so I don't know if y'all talked about that yet. But I think I'm coming.
Whoa, yeah, I did not. We did not talk about that.
Yeah,
I'll come back out to Seattle for real.
I mean, just tap in with JVL, man. That's
all right, definitely.
But yeah, if you guys ever need anything, just tap in with me on the gram. I'm an open book. I love helping people. So just hit me, and I'll make sure I can assist you guys. But with that being said, I love you guys. I want to see you win, and I'll see you guys at the bank. God bless.
Hey, I appreciate you.
Absolutely.
All right, guys. Yeah, you guys have a blessed night. You know, we're gonna end the call out right there. I'm not even gonna overcook the grits. Let's get it. Let's go. Buy your tickets. Make sure that you guys can actually get on that call. You know, and yeah.